Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure. He's got a man. Complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Let's face it, it's tough to defend guys just in regular time. But when they get extra time, when the guy maneuvers outside of the pocket, that's just almost unfair because now trying to stay with the receiver, very, very difficult to do, and a big play is often the result.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And the wideout in motion. From the red zone now, Smith. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He's checking. Crash.
And he motions the wide receiver. Geno down a throw. Complete. This is Lewis. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Roger Lewis from 19 yards away. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he'll bang that one through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Left. Three down.
They give it off here to the tight end. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Left. All right, now.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
He's tight right here. He's tight right. Tight on the right. 80. These two. 50. All right, here we go. We got three down.
On second down, it's Bell.
Check three.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Here comes the boom. Let's go. Black 80.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Antonio Brown from 10 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
That'll be taken in the end zone. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Check 13.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Smith. And that is incomplete. They were looking to find space there for Paul Perkins. That'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, looking back to last week, the injury bug really bit some teams. Heck, Houston's defense lost J.J. Watt and Whitney Merciless about 10 minutes apart.
Has not been a good last 2 weeks in terms of injuries to key players in the NFL. Dalvin Cook, the rookie runner in Minnesota.
And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. And Ingram holds it in. And look out, I think he's going to go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 89 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Hey, we got tight left. Here we go.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. James has got it, complete. The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
Pick me up. Here we go. Two. Here we go. Blue 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Let's go. White 80. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Come on, D.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Here we go. Blue 30.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
Alert, alert.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch
All right,
out.
here we go.
On second down, Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 23 yards on the play.
Wide, get wide.
Set. Block 80.
46 to Mike, 46. Hey, they scared, they scared. Let's go. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up. Let's go. Eyes up.
No space.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Corner,
Slam,
corner.
slam. Defense, defense, defense.
Left fire. Jack 16.
Switch, switch, switch.
Set.
Check,
Black
93
30.
Mike, 93 is the Mike.
2. Set.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
Nice catch. Touchdown. Nice catch, offense. Good job, offense.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
White 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Double, double.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Switch up, switch up.
Set.
Hey,
Block
check
80.
Mike, 46.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Kill.
White 80. Bell.
Watch switch, watch switch, watch switch.
Here we go. Block 80.
Check, 93's the Mike, 93's the Mike.
Now Bell. And he is knocked down from the side. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
46 the Mike. Target.
Block 20.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Left. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw in here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And Boswell's kick is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 73 yards, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And the wideout in motion. Now Gino on first down, going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On first down, it's Smith. Room here to run. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's got Lewis. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. And he motions the wide receiver. Now Gino. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Roethlisberger goes underneath for Bell. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 32-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. The slot man in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
No spacing. Here we go. Blue 30. Pete, these two. Kill. Jack 16. Hey, 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 65 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Strong left.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down. Here's Smith now on second down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing now is Gino. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's King. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Tavares King, 48 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And they will line up now for the two-point try.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Right, under.
To the air again, Smith. This is caught, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Rosas now to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Get high, baby, get up. Let's go, let's do it. We need to stop right here, defense. Let me hear that crowd. Let's go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Watch these two. Here we go.
Check the backer.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, 77 yards, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. On 1st and 10, Smith. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Off of play action. Here's Smith.
Check. Fresno.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 55 yards. From the red zone now, Smith. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Geno Smith, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Flushed out right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Here we go. Heat, these two.
Check your hot read.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Check 31, check 31.
Set. Check 93.
In motion right is Bryant. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Let's go now. Black 80.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. I got him, I got him.
Slot man moves right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Here we go. Black 5.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger.
3 down.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd down.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right,
On 1st down, Smith. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Guys, check
Here we go.
now, check now. We got
230. Left. Heat, these two. Alert.
Check 9, check 9.
Set.
The slot man in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
No,
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. He ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Woo! Let's get it. All right, now. 180.
46, boys. 46. 46.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now Roethlisberger. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Strong right. Set. 180.
They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown